as different as day and night. Opposite colored bishops always travel on the opposite color of the other bishop, so they never meet or attack one another. In endgames with only opposite colored bishops and pawns remaining, this means that one bishop can attack or defend squares that the other bishop can never protect. The opposite colored bishops increase the chances to draw and even set up surprising attacks. In this position, black has 3 connected pawns on the king side. With white to move, white can defend against all of these pawns with bishop to g2. White's bishop can sit on this diagonal, never allowing the pawns to advance without being immediately captured. White can draw easily, but should white settle for a draw? Although white can settle for a draw, white has a winning attack on the light squares. Do you notice that on the other side of the h1 to a8 diagonal, black's king is completely trapped in the corner and stuck on a light square? White can play the powerful move bishop to h3. And after g2, white can ignore the pawn and play bishop to d7. Since the attack is on the light squares, black's dark squared bishop cannot help defend the king. So after black promotes with g1 equals queen, white wins the game with bishop c6. Checkmate. Let's take a look at some more opposite colored bishop endgames. In this position, black is down 2 pawns, usually a very bad sign in an endgame. But thanks to the opposite colored bishops, black can draw after bishop to d2. After king to g6 and bishop to g5, black's bishop controls the c1 to h6 diagonal, and with the black king blockading the passed pawn on c6, black simply has to move the bishop back and forth on the c1 to h6 diagonal to draw the game. White's light-squared bishop cannot help attack the dark squares that black's pieces are using to defend the position. Let's take a look at another example. When a bishop only has to protect a single diagonal, the defender has good drawing chances. When the bishop has to try and protect 2 diagonals, as in this position, the defenses can often be overwhelmed. With white to move, white can win by playing h7, threatening to promote the pawn, so black has to accept the sacrifice with bishop takes h7. Now that black's bishop no longer helps support the king on the queen side, white rolls forward with c6 check. Black's position is now completely lost since king c8 is immediate checkmate, and any other move, such as king a8, cannot prevent white from promoting after b7 check, king a7, and b8 equals queen. White will deliver checkmate on the next move. Let's look at one more example together. In this position, white appears to be in serious trouble. Not only is white's rook hanging on g8, black is threatening to play f2 check and promote the pawn. White recognizes the chance to save the game by entering an opposite colored bishop endgame after playing the resourceful sacrifice rook takes g4. And after h takes g4, white is down 3 pawns but draws easily after bishop f4. White's bishop prevents the g4 and h3 pawns from advancing, so that after king g6, white's king can block the f-pawn with king f2. And after king f5, bishop h2, white can simply move the bishop back and forth on the h2 to b8 diagonal, and black's pawns cannot advance. Are you ready to test your skills in opposite colored bishop endings? Let's see.